So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about layers, which is something I think is super cool, and I was hoping there would be something like this. I just haven't found out about it yet. So basically, layers let you add things to your model without like fusing it to the main mesh, I guess. So this is great, in my opinion, for like if you like to just try a bunch of stuff out without wanting it to be like permanent on your model, which is so my case. I'm always so hesitant to like add anything because I don't want to like screw everything up. So on the side here, this is under literally just under the layers tab. You want to hit this little square to add a layer, and you want to make sure it's in recording mode. So basically that's just like literally recording, like documenting everything you're doing and recording it in this layer. And when you're done, you hit stop, and then you can make it visible or invisible, whatever. I'll just show you. So you can go back into recording mode, which is fun. Oh, don't mind me being bad at navigating. Okay, so what this is great for is actually like adding textures and things, which is something I found. So what I do, for example, I'll use an alpha. So this is basically just a way of like extruding or like inverting the surface of the model. So I'm just gonna use this one. We'll make it a spray, right? So you could kind of just like, oh my goodness, what happened? There we go. You just lay it on like that. A little strange, give him some hair or something. Horrendous hairline, I know. But now this will be in a layer, and over here, there's a little slider, so you can actually control how intense the make sure to hit stop on the recording mode before you do that. And then you can control it with the slider and basically, dictate just how extruded or inverted it actually is. So you can just get like a really subtle texture without actually doing it directly on your model. And this little eye, same thing, works the same as the subtool. You can just turn it off or on. You can have multiple layers. If you go down here, you could also duplicate a layer. So, pretty straightforward. You could delete one, you could add another one, and just in general, this is a great way to just kind of, you know what I'm saying. You could also, change the, the stroke with which you apply the alpha. If you want to get more of like a precise, you can kind of drag and drop the alpha you want to use. What else? A good example of this one, I guess. Get more of like a scale texture. And then again, you can then go back and determine how much of it you actually want to be visible. And down here there's another slider to really just bring it further or deeper than the original slider can. But yeah, and then you can always just, merge layers down with this, so you just combine them all into one. Pretty straightforward. And then there's bake all. So this, you would hit this if you want to like permanently fuse whatever you had on this layer to your original mesh. So like it would become part of the entire thing as opposed to something you could hide and unhide. So this is good for not just textures, but really just anything. You can add things on easily. Oh my goodness, come back. And then just literally that simple. So it's a great way to kind of just sketch out what you want to do, or it kind of uses like a subtool, I guess. But yeah, lots of ways to apply it. I will probably be using this a lot in the future. So hopefully this helped.